Good evening, kids. In this lesson, we'll study pawn promotion. So I'm going to help you with the first 18 puzzles in this part one, and then we'll make a part two with another 18 puzzles so the videos are shorter. Now, look, in this position, we have a 3 pawns against 3 pawns, and we have to get one of our pawns to the other side. So the first move here is pawn to b6. And let's analyze a little bit if the pawn takes here. Now we are going to play c6, right? And you see the pawn a6 is becoming a queen, right? So we'll get a queen. And of course, queen can easily win against the 3 pawns. But if you still don't know, you can practice it. Now, let's say we play b6 in this c pawn takes. Then here we would play a6, pawn takes, right? And the pawn c6 is becoming queen. You see, the black king is far away. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Like if the black king would be somewhere on e5, then this combination is not going to work. So what we are learning about this position is that even if you have a 3 pawns against 3 pawns, you can create a queen, but the white pawns are very advanced. Pay attention, they are on a 5th rank. So that's why you can get a queen. If they are somewhere down on a 3rd rank, then of course you cannot do it. Okay, let's go to the next one. So here we have a position where black king is far away. So we can push the pawn to a5, and then the black king is not in the square. See, we need 1, 2 to become a queen. And black king needs 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you look at a square, always this space is the most important, the promotional space. That's what matters. Let's go to the number 3. Here we can push pawn forward, but then we cannot take, right? We cannot take because the king would be inside of the square, but we're going to push pawn to a6. And black king is outside of the square because we need, again, 1, 2, and black needs 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if he plays king e7, he's far away, right? Let's see the number 4. Oh, this one is funny. So we can play h4. And of course, we want to get a queen, but en passant can happen. If you forgot the en passant, just review that lesson. g4, pawn takes. Right, otherwise we would push pawn forward. f5, look, funny, right? And we are going to get the queen. Now, the question is, can queen, let's say, win a position like this? Very easily, right? Look, although black has a 5 pawns, but you attack the weak pawns, like here, let's say we attack the e6, then we capture them, and queen is very powerful. Okay, let's see the chapter number 5. Okay, how do we make a queen here? Okay, many kids make a mistake here. They push the pawn to g6, and when the pawn takes, they push pawn to h6, and then the black king is inside of the square, and you are 2 pawns down. You're going to lose this game if you do it that way. So what we have to do here is we have to push pawn to h6. Right, that's the correct way. And now look at this nice position when the black king goes to f6. Of course, if the pawn takes, you push, right, and get a queen. But if the king goes here, you take. And this is like a very interesting where the 2 double pawns are excellent. The black king cannot get close to them. And the next move is you take the queen, okay? So that's the solution for that puzzle. Let's see to chapter number 6. Here we have this pawn that is free to go forward, but we need to create another one. So we push pawn to g4, and now we have 2 pawns here, right? Pawn on h5 and pawn on c4. And now we can push again. So black king has to stop this pawn, but the other one can go forward. Let's see what can happen here if those 3 pawns can do something. No, really. Easily you can stop them. Right? Look, nothing happens. And one of our pawns is going to become a queen. They are far away from each other. King cannot stop them. See, those pawns here, because double pawns, there's nothing they can do. Chapter number 7. Here it's easy, right? We just push pawn to c5, and we open up the path for this pawn. So it's becoming a queen. Let's, oh, I want to see something, I just want to make sure that you don't make a mistake here. Like in this case, you will have to move the king, right? Closer, right? And here, again, you move the king, right? And now you stop the pawn, right? Here it's okay to push the pawn forward because you stay in front of the pawn, and that's it. Okay, let's see the chapter number 8. Oh, this one is very nice, right? So here we have a 4 pawns against 4 pawns. So how do we create a queen? Right, we push pawn to f4, and we'll analyze 2 different moves here. If e captures, then we push pawn to h4. So now we are threatening h3, h2, h1. But if he takes, we push g3. Look at this, it's cool, right? And then we push pawn to e3, and we are going to get a queen. Of course, again, queen against 4 pawns can win easily, right? Again, if you don't know it, just practice it. Put a queen on the board, 4 pawns like this, and practice. Let's see this position. If you push pawn to f4 and king goes to d5, this one is really cool. So here we can push pawn to f3. So we are threatening to take, right? Pawn takes, and look at this one, h4. So now we are threatening to play h3. But if pawn takes, we play g3, right? Look, cool, very cool, right? We're threatening to take. Now, if he takes, pawn takes here, and we are getting the queen. Very nice one. I love this one. Chapter 9. Okay, so again, we have 4 pawns against 4 pawns. Now, pay attention. Those 2 pawns are quite advanced. That's why we can create a queen. So we push the pawn to f5, or g5 is also fine, right? Now, here it's easy, right? Because here the pawn is going to become a queen. That's easy. Now, what happens after king c4, right? Now we push the pawn to g5, right? So let's analyze all those positions. If the pawn takes, we push the pawn to g6, right? If the pawn takes, we push the pawn to e6, and we get a queen. Let's see the other positions. If pawn takes on g5, then we play f6. And here we push pawn to h6, and again, we are getting the queen. Let's see, is there any other position? Okay, how about king d5? Here we can push the pawn to f6, right? We are threatening to take, and if the pawn takes, then we take on h6, and pawn is becoming a queen. Again, 4 pawns against 4 pawns can win because the black king was far away from the promotional spaces. Chapter number 10. So here we have to push pawn to e5, right? And now let's see first this position. Let's say king goes to d7. Here we would play e6, and what's happening here is we have a protected passed pawn. That's the best pawn you can have. And now it is easy for us to go with the king this way and capture the pawn on b7, right? Because the black king has to stay here, right? And the black king cannot go from behind, right? Because this pawn is going to become a queen. So here, very easy, right? Let's see, the other one is a little bit nicer. Like, what happens if the pawn takes? We would play pawn to g5, and here, a very cool move. After this move, we cannot take. If we take, that's not going to work. We could even lose the game. But we play this move, f6, very cool. And after this move, we push pawn to h5, and then we get the queen. Very nice, right? Okay, let's see chapter 11. Okay, so here we have 2 knights, right? And in order to make queen, we have to take knight a7, right? We sacrifice our knight, and pay attention how 2 pawns on the 6th rank are really strong, right? Check, we can move to b5, like let's say check again. Nothing happens. We go to c4, and here we simply push the pawn, and pawn is becoming a queen. Right? There's nothing that black can do in this position. So we get a queen, right? Let's see the chapter number 12. Here we have a rook from behind of the pawn. That's where the rook is supposed to be, right? Supporting the pawn. See, the black queen is blocking it at the moment, but if we play this move, queen e5, we can actually capture the rook and then push the pawn and get the queen. So black has to sacrifice the queen, and then we are rook up, right? Let's see the number 13. What do we have here? So we have this pawn on d6 that can become a queen, right? But look how we do it. Rook h5. We sacrifice the rook, the king takes, and then we take on f5. Now, here we sacrifice the queen, and look at this pawn. Oops, the next move, queen. The black cannot stop it, right? Very cool. And of course, if you get a queen here, you are going to win because the queen is stronger than a rook and a knight. Chapter 14. Okay, so here again, we have a pawn on e7 that is very dangerous, right? You see, that pawn is really important. Look, black has 2 pawns up. Look at those pawns here, right? They could become a queen. But we play rook f8, very cool. Rook takes. And then the next move is queen h8. Try, look at this one. Ooh. So the king takes, and we take the queen and checkmate. Wow, nice. And let's see this one, number 15. Well, this one is cool. Look, we want to push this pawn like all the way to the other side, right? But look what happens if we push, right, like this. The black can stop that, right? And this is not going to work, right? Because black is not going to take. Of course, black is going to play a move like bishop e5. And now black stopped that pawn. You cannot win this game. So look at this cool move. Very nice. Bishop to f4. And now you are pushing the pawn forward. And if the king takes, look, black doesn't have a time to push f4, f5. And you are going to get a queen. Again, can you win this game? Yes, you can, because the queen is really powerful. Now you can start capturing the black pawns. Let's see number 16. Okay, this one is nice. We have 2 pawns here. They are close, right? They can become a queen, right? But look, if we take here, then the rook is going to stop that pawn, right? So we cannot do that. But look at this cool move. Rook e5. And now, when the rook takes, now we can take on e7, and there's nothing that black can do to stop the pawn. Chapter number 17. Okay, again here, we have a cool position, right? We take knight b7, and pawn takes on a6. The rook 5 pawns are the most unpleasant against the knight. Knight really has a hard time to stop them. So let's say here you take on e5 pawn becomes a queen, right? Or is there any other move that black can play? Nothing really, right? Let's say you play this move. Of course, we are not going to take, but we play a7 here, right? And then we get a queen. So what else can happen? I mean, okay, black can take here, but then we take on the knight e5, and you are piece up, so you can win this game, right? And let's see the last one, chapter 18. So, ooh, look at this one. This one is cool. We have a pawn on f3 that is very close, right, to become queen, but we cannot push it right now. So look at this cool move. The rook e1, check, and the king is right in a checkmating position, so the knight has to take, and after f2, the rook cannot stop the right. If the rook plays here, you take on e1, get a queen, or if the knight moves, right, then you push f1 and get a queen and the checkmate. Okay, we're gonna stop here because I want to keep those videos short, right? And then I'm gonna make a part 2 for you. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'm gonna put the link under for a PDF file where you can write down the moves and practice this, or a computer practice where you can see all those positions. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the lesson and have a good night. Bye-bye.